Welcome back to Texas Sawdust, everybody. Today we're going to go over 5 reasons why you should design your next woodworking project in CAD. And if you don't know how to use CAD, these are going to be 5 reasons to encourage you to go learn CAD because it'll save you a lot of time, money, and effort. Scaling. A lot of times when you're designing a project, whether it's in your head or it's down on paper, it's difficult to get the correct proportions and make sure that your project's going to look exactly how you envisioned. CAD lets you test out an unlimited number of variations, whether you want it taller, shorter, wider, fatter, it doesn't matter. All of those changes are just a few clicks away and they cost you nothing but a little bit of time. Less mistakes. No matter how much time you spend thinking about a project in your head or designing it out on paper, CAD will always do a better job of showing you where you're going to run into problems while you're building that project. A perfect example of this is when you're designing something with shelves that go into dados. If your box is 36 inches wide and your material's 3/4 inch thick on each side, and you want to subtract that, and then you want to add a little bit more for your dados so that your shelve's the correct length, there's a lot of math there, and it's easy to fudge a number or make a mistake while you're doing that calculation. It's just simple math, but we all make mistakes. With CAD, you don't run into those problems. You design the project in CAD, you put your sides where they go, you cut your dados out, and then you make your shelf match perfectly inside that area. In addition to that, CAD will also show you where you have parts overlapping each other. You may think, I need to make this part this long, and I'll make this part this tall, and they'll meet up nice, and everything will be good. But then when you design it in CAD, you realize that this part is actually going through this part, and there's a problem there. And you won't find yourself recutting parts and fixing mistakes that you could have caught on the front end before you even turned on the saw. Ensuring proper fitment of your project. A big advantage to CAD is you can model the space that your project is going to live after it's done. For example, I'm currently working on some kitchen cabinets. I'm able to go into the kitchen, figure out how big that area is, where all the plugs are, any windows that are in there, and make sure that when I design my cabinets, everything works around that. So I design my space, I take my model, stick it in that environment, and I'm able to make sure that nothing is interfering and that my project is going to be a success before I even start it. Material utilization. How many times have you been working on a project, you're cutting out your parts, and you end up with this really large, awkward piece that's just barely too small to fit any of the parts that you still have left to cut? One of the biggest advantages to CAD, in my opinion, beyond being able to design everything, is being able to nest your parts. This means taking all of your pieces and laying them out flat on whatever size material you have, ensuring that you get the most parts out of every sheet and don't end up with any awkward remnants. You could take a project that would have taken 7, 8, or 9 sheets and reduce it down to 6 sheets, maximizing your utilization and ensuring that the cost of the project drops and that you get the most out of your material. Guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and please leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think of all these reasons to design your next woodworking project in CAD. The last reason I want to go over that you should design all your woodworking projects in CAD is being able to make your own plans. How many of you love being able to print something out, take it out to the shop, and then follow it step by step? This is how big the part is. This is where the holes get drilled. This is where the dados get cut. All of those things you can do. And best of all, if you put a little polish on those plans, you can sell them and make some money. Guys, I really appreciate you sticking around to the end. If you haven't seen my last video, be sure to check it out. And be sure to hit that bell icon so you'll be notified when I drop future projects. Make sure, all right, material utilization.